we sitting here rocking. It's the end of the day. We're going to close out strong. Happy Thursday to you all who are here in the Midwest and wherever you may be listening to me at. Shout out to y'all for continuing to make us one of the fastest growing YouTube sports talk shows out there. I appreciate that. We had Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, he's off the USA basketball team about soreness in his knee. The committee and Kawhi agreed to go ahead and shut it down. And then I asked the question, if he doesn't play again, where do you rank him at as being one of the best small forwards of this decade? The decade running between 2014 and 2024. I gave you the criteria. Go check that out. Also, we talked about Klay Thompson. We had it right on our channel. We said he would come back with a vengeance. He just spoke for the first time to The Athletic, and he let everybody know why he was excited to get to play with Dallas and why he chose Dallas over all the teams in California. Check that out. Then we talked about a weird story where the NBA, they reopened an investigation into Mr. Kevin Porter Jr. and a domestic violence case that may or may have not happened, according to the victim. That was just completely weird and baffling. Check that out. And then we land in college football land. Big 12, the media day was yesterday. And Deon Sanders came out like the belle of the ball, like a peacock strutting his feathers. This story comes out of CBS and CBS Sports and Dennis Dodd. Deon Sanders, he arrives early Wednesday morning at the Big 12 Media Day, and he tells the cameraman to turn the camera towards him so he can see his shot and so he can be satisfied with what he's got on. Now, in 116-degree weather, this dude rolls in there in a sports jacket and a hoodie. And then when he got command of the room, he started using his inside voice to own the day. If not the conference, just yet. And that's why I always say Deon Sanders, he understands the entertainment value. He understands the entertainment value in football. Doesn't matter how bad that team is going to be, you will tune in because he is must-see TV. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. I hate doing stories about Deon Sanders because if you give a legitimate football take, the defense is spotty. They are a 4-8 football team, and somehow a 4-8 football team commands the respect and the TV ratings out the window. His son has some deficiencies at quarterback. The defense can't stop the chair I'm sitting in. You can go ahead and go up and down the line, but if you, like I say, those are football takes. People will sit up here and say that you're a sellout, and you're like, what? What does that have anything to do with football? We're talking about what goes on between the lines. Again, it is the most stupid, barbaric, whatever. I'm not even going down there. Again, folks, welcome to the circus. And him going, look at me, and Big 12 Media Day is just another example of Deon going Deon. By the way, he's acting as if you couldn't tell he was 4-8 last year. Like I said, he's the cash cow of the division, so deal with it. He had some allies in the room. He did. It's not everybody hated Deon. And that's Texas Tech coach Joey McGuire. He said, man, I love Deon. And he coached Deon Sanders Jr. in high school. He doesn't make any excuses. He doesn't take anything back. And he's going to say what he believes in and say what he thinks. End quote. So, yeah, he's on board with the circus. I think he might be pining for a job if Texas Tech lets him go. Hey, Deon, I coached your kid. Do me a solid. But some people don't give a damn about Colorado, and they looking to bust him up like Mike Gundy, who said on Media Day when asked who's the face of the Big 12, he said, well, it's probably me. It's probably me. End quote. Now, I don't know if Mike Gundy sounds like that. But Mike, like I say, I don't know if he sounds like that, but the mullet and Mountain Dew is having none of that. A case would be made along with Iowa's Kirk Prince. No, it wouldn't. We talked about Captain Kirk. We talked about how they're not going to go ahead and score 14 points and win games like that. That's not going to happen. Iowa football is definitely not. Like I said, they wasn't going to survive in the Big 10, so this is them creeping off to be in another conference where they thought that they could do this at. No way. And then there's Utah's called Whittingham. Gundy, 19 years with the Cowboys, has the most seniority of any FBS current coach at a single school. Gundy has won 166 games and a Big 12 title. But put some respect on Gundy's name. But when, media day wouldn't be media day without smack talk. And when asked about Deon being the big dog on the block, Gundy got that mullet all teased up. He looked right into the camera. He's got Taco Bell, Affleck, and he's got many other things going on. When it comes to just football aspect of it, it probably would be an accurate answer. Listen, I'll decode the message for those who don't speak Mountain Dew and mullets. He can have all the sponsors and ads he wants. I'm going to kick his ass at this football thing. Ooh, oh snap, no you didn't, this means war, right, Deon? What you got to say about that? Deon says, I'm judged on a different scale. What? Is that it? Wait, what? Yeah, when you're Deon is, and I repeat, the cash cow, it might be hard for these guys to hear, but here's the reason that they're covering anything on the Big 12. It's because of Deion Sanders. Nobody cares about Arizona State, who could be on sanctions after the whole, the Jets. That's why they played the games. Herm Edwards and Antonio Pierce and all the improper recruiting that took place, and then those dudes left the coop. Then you have Iowa. Nobody really cares about. Texas Tech. Okay. You had two show park ponies in there, which was Oklahoma and Texas. When they left the Big 12, like I said, that just left things to happen. The Pac-12 got pulled apart by the Big 10. And so you had a bunch of teams that just needed to come together. Iowa knew that they were not going to survive in the Big 10. So they fled to another smaller, inferior conference. Deon knew he had no chance in the Big 10, going up against the Ohio States, going up against the Michigans, the Oregons. No, y'all got smoked by Oregon in the Pac-12. Again, he's a 4-8 team, but he understands entertainment. He understands what he has. So these guys can sit there and they can fawn over him, or they can have this professional jealousy that they don't have as many endorsements. But again, if you understand ratings, then he's the cash cow. And so he's going to be held to a different standard. He doesn't even have to win. It just has to be a circus. It has to be a circus atmosphere. Winning would be nice, but again, if he did all of this at 4-8, imagine if he does this at 9-2 or 9-3. Again, we gotta go ahead and just recognize it is for what it is. It is a circus. It is a show. And he runs that conference effectively. So, where do you sit at? Is this going to be another 4-8 season? It better not be, because he's got one of the highest paid staffs in college football. Or can Deion Sanders deliver on all of this pomp and circumstance? We'll see. Look, that's the show. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting. We will continue to bring you great stories.